Back in 2007, Marvel movies were quite different from what we see today in the 2020s. They were a bit hit or miss, and some unexpected characters were getting their moment on the big screen without being tied to a shared superhero universe. One of these characters was Johnny Blaze, aka Ghost Rider, played by Nicolas Cage. His first solo film came out that year, giving us a decent intro to the character's backstory, along with some crazy action, drama, and plenty of Cage-style antics. While it wasn't a huge hit with critics or at the box office, Ghost Rider did well enough to make people take notice in a world where Marvel adaptations were starting to become more common. This led to a sequel in 2012 called Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, which was, well, let's just say it was a strange one. Unfortunately, it didn't do too hot with audiences or critics, and it pretty much put an end to one of the last Marvel franchises outside of the MCU. But despite the second movie not living up to expectations, there are still folks out there crossing their fingers for a third installment. So, what's the scoop on Ghost Rider 3? Let's find out. Also, stick around till the end because we will also discuss Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider confirmation to be in Deadpool 3 as of now. So why hasn't Ghost Rider 3 revved its engines yet? Well, let's break it down. First off, both the original Ghost Rider and its sequel, Spirit of Vengeance, didn't exactly set the world on fire. Sure, they made some money, but they weren't blockbuster hits. The numbers speak for themselves. The first movie made around $229 million with a $110 million budget, and the second brought in $149 million with a budget of somewhere between $57 and $75 million. Not exactly smashing success. On top of that, neither film received glowing reviews from critics. They were more like flickers in the night rather than shining beacons of cinematic achievement. But perhaps the biggest roadblock to Ghost Rider 3 is the fact that the rights to the character have shifted gears. After Spirit of Vengeance ran its course, the rights to Ghost Rider reverted back to Marvel Studios in 2013. With Marvel now calling the shots, they've got their hands full with their wildly successful Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's understandable why they might want to leave the non-MCU Ghost Rider franchise in the rearview mirror. Around the time Spirit of Vengeance hit theaters, directors Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor discussed the possibility of a third film in the series. Neveldine mentioned that there had been some talk about it and that Nicolas Cage seemed eager to reprise his role as Johnny Blaze. However, Cage himself later revealed that he was pretty much done with the character. In 2013, Cage talked to Collider about the prospects of Ghost Rider 3 and whether he'd return as the fiery hero. His response wasn't exactly enthusiastic. He mentioned that he had expressed his thoughts on the matter and didn't see himself signing up for another round. Cage even went so far as to say it was highly unlikely he'd be involved if a third movie did happen, hinting that someone else might take on the role instead. With Ghost Rider 3 potentially on the horizon after a decade-long hiatus, there's a lot of room to explore fresh avenues in the story. Given the significant passage of time since Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, it might be wise to incorporate a time jump to accommodate the aging actors. This would allow for a new chapter in Johnny Blaze's life, where he's a more seasoned and weathered Ghost Rider grappling with the eternal struggle against evil forces. Now that Mephisto seems to have been dealt with in the previous installment, there's an opportunity to introduce new villains to challenge Ghost Rider. Characters like Nightmare or Lucifer could step into the spotlight as formidable adversaries, posing new threats to Earth and its inhabitants. This could add depth to the narrative and inject fresh energy into the franchise. Additionally, exploring Johnny Blaze's personal journey and how being the Ghost Rider has affected him over the years could provide compelling character development. Delving into themes of redemption, sacrifice, and the eternal battle between good and evil could resonate with audiences and elevate the storytelling to new heights. In a potential Ghost Rider 3, it would be important to shine a brighter spotlight on Danny Ketch. He's introduced in Spirit of Vengeance, played by Fergus Riordan, and becomes an ally of Blaze, whom he protects. If Ghost Rider 3 moves forward with a time jump, we can see an adult Ketch joining Blaze on what might be his final adventure as the motorcycle-riding hero. By the end, whether due to his passing or retirement, Blaze could pass the Ghost Rider mantle to Ketch. After all, Ketch is one of the most recognizable figures to take on the alias in Marvel Comics, right alongside Blaze himself. And who knows, maybe even Robbie Reyes, the Ghost Rider from the comics, could make an appearance too. When it comes to casting Ghost Rider 3, it's hard not to think about who would be ideal for the roles. Naturally, Nicolas Cage should be the first name on the list. His over-the-top performances in the previous 2 Ghost Rider films have become iconic, and it would only make sense for him to reprise his role as Johnny Blaze to finish off the series and conclude his character's journey. Alongside Cage, it would be great to see familiar faces like Carter Slade, played by Sam Elliott, and Roxanne Simpson, played by Eva Mendes, return to bring the trilogy full circle. When considering the villain for Ghost Rider 3, while introducing a new antagonist would be the optimal choice, it doesn't necessarily rule out the return of Mephisto. Both Peter Fonda and Ciarán Hinds have portrayed the character in the Ghost Rider franchise, so there's potential for Hinds to reprise the role or for a new actor to take on the character. Similarly, if Danny Ketch were to play a significant role in the plot as an adult, it's reasonable to expect that the filmmakers would recast the character. However, considering Fergus Riordan, who portrayed Ketch, is now in his mid-20s, there's also the possibility of him returning to the role. Now let's tackle the burning question: will Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider make an appearance in Deadpool 3? So, as of now, there's no confirmation that Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider will be in Deadpool 3. However, rumors have been circulating about Cage reprising his role as the Spirit of Vengeance in Deadpool 3 since around August 2023. This buzz gained traction, particularly after a couple of industry insiders and sources, My Time to Shine Hello and Can We Get Some Toast, dropped cryptic hints about it. The latter even teased with the phrase, "sooner than you think." Additionally, Cage's Ghost Rider has been the subject of rumors regarding a potential appearance in Avengers: Secret Wars. Speculation online suggests that this film could feature a wide array of live-action Marvel characters from both within and outside the MCU. Previously, there were talks about Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider making an appearance in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but this did not materialize. However, Cage has expressed interest in joining the film in an interview with GQ prior to its release. Well, that's it for today's video. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views in the comment section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.